Hello all and welcome, and I am the MGTOW philosopher. Do men have a wall? Do men hit a wall like women do? That is the subject of this video. Now we all know that women hit the wall, no question about that, around age 30, 35, sometimes younger. But do men hit the wall? Do men even have a wall? You know, many men say that no, men don't have a wall, only women do. Men get better looking, or they at least stay the same for a large majority of the time as they age, while women just go downhill. This is true, but men and women tend to value different things in each other and find different things attractive in one another. You see, men, for them, what they want most is a fertile woman, while a woman wants the best provider, stability and security. That's what she's most interested in. So for the man, it's looks, because youth and good looks and not being a fat pig reflect someone who's fertile, okay? And a man who has a lot of resources, well, he can provide stability and security. And in today's terms, that means money. Yes, she does care about looks. I'm not going to say women don't care about looks. However, this is not paramount to her, okay? This isn't where stability and wealth comes from. So how a guy looks doesn't fit into what's most important to her as a woman. What she cares about most is, can you provide for me? Can you provide for my kids? Can you give me shelter and food and clothes and money? That's what's most important to her. And older men tend to have more of these things. You know, that's why younger women tend to like older men. So, in terms of the man, what is his wall? Well, we all know a woman's wall is losing her youth and hence her fertility. And that's what we value. So to us, that's her wall. Well, what's a man's wall? Well, the answer is very simple. Not having what women value, meaning money and security. The ability to offer security. You know, women, they have what a man wants from birth. They have youth. They have fertility. It's why they have a sexual advantage over us early on. But you see, men, we don't start off with what women want, resources. So we start off at a disadvantage. Therefore, a man's wall isn't about him aging, because looks are not what are paramount to a woman. Resources are. So a man actually starts off at the wall. He starts at the wall. The wall is his de facto position in life. That's where he starts out. And as he gets older, wiser, and accumulates more resources, he moves further and further away from his wall, becoming more desirable as time passes. Now, women, they are the opposite. They become less desirable as time passes, because what we want from them, they lose as they get older, and nothing can repair that. So you see, we both start off at opposite ends of the spectrum. Okay? And men start off with a clear disadvantage. But in the end, we win. Yeah, okay, for 1/3 of the race of life, we are at a disadvantage. Women have their sexual marketplace value, and that's difficult to battle, especially when you're very young, when you're a young man in your 20s especially. But as we age, baby, we not only catch up, but we pass right by them. Why? Because we end up holding all the bargaining chips. We end up with all the power. So as we all have things women want once we get older, we all have what they want as older men. Okay, so as we age, we just accumulate more and more resources. We get more and more of what they want. But as they get older, they get closer and closer to that wall, and we move further and further away from it, baby. We end up with all the power. But only if we never marry them, of course. If we're stupid enough to marry them, we'll lose all our resources, okay? So that's bad. So our wall as men is poverty. That's right. Being poor is the man's wall. Oh, sure, a good-looking guy can get laid, just like a good-looking young woman. You know what I mean? A good-looking guy, he'll have no problem getting laid. But once he gets older, it's going to become a little more difficult for him, okay? Even decent-looking guys get older, all right? And yeah, they'll stay attractive longer than a woman, of course. But in the end, it's our resources that make us truly attractive. That's paramount. That counts above good looks. Okay? So a good-looking guy can get laid, but it's the guy with the resources that in the end wins. And I mean, even decent-looking cougars can get laid by desperate young guys. But eventually, that cougar will be a cougar no more. And she'll be an old, shriveled-up, wrinkled prune, at which point no amount of money is going to make her attractive to a man. But the man can increase how desirable he is with every year, so long as he accumulates resources. He doesn't have to give any to a woman. He just has to have them. And that automatically makes him more attractive. It's a biological imperative. Women are naturally attracted to the guys with the most resources. And if he keeps fit, younger women may still want him for his sexual experience. Up to a certain point, anyway. Meaning that a good-looking guy who keeps in shape could still be desirable and attracted to women even into his 50s. Maybe beyond. It depends on how good his genes are, of course, and how good he takes care of himself. But guys definitely hold their looks much better than women as women age. And we can thank testosterone for that. But if he has money as well, he'll always be desirable. He can be short, he can be fat, he can be ugly. Doesn't matter. You see, a man, he's born at the wall. He's born with a disadvantage. He's born with nothing in terms of marketplace value except his looks, which are not what women value. But as time passes, he moves further from that wall. And the older and more successful he gets, well, he can get even younger and younger, hotter and hotter chicks as he ages. You see, that's why all these old millionaires and billionaires have young, hot chicks, okay? When do you see these millionaires and billionaires walking around with big, fat, ugly land whales, okay? It's just not happening. It's because women value money, honey. They don't value good looks in a man, all right? Now, while we could care less about how much money the broad has, they care entirely about how much money we have. And if she's old, no thank you. Who cares how much money she has? She's old and ugly. I'm a man. I can make my own money. I don't need her. You see, women, they make the mistake of foolishly believing in egalitarianism. They think men and women are the same, that they're equal in how they think and approach life and everything. Wrong. Absolutely wrong. You see, if you're a man, your wall is being poor. We also get better with age than women do, all right? We get better. We get better with age. Much, much better in our ability to make money. And, quite frankly, many women like the looks of an older guy. But our wall is being poor. Their wall is getting old, okay? So as long as we don't get married, we are going to be ever more attractive to women. So if you're poor as a man and not good looking, it won't be easy to get laid by decent looking chicks. And that's a fact. So if you're ugly, well, water seeks its own level and you're probably going to have to bed fellow land whales. But if you got money, you have limitless options. So get money, men. Get money. You see, for men, the wall only exists if we're lazy or dumb and don't want to work hard enough to be very productive, or if we're just too stupid to be very productive. For women, they all hit the wall. All of them. Hence what I said earlier. We start off at a disadvantage, but as time passes, we are more and more in control. The power of the pussy pales in comparison to the power of the wallet. You see. You see, men, they can escape their wall. They don't have to hit a wall. It's their choice. They can choose to get better and better at making money. They can choose to be more and more productive and not get married. And in turn, they will get better and better poon as they get older. While women are consigned to their fates. They will hit the wall. No matter what they do, they can't escape it, no matter what. That wall is approaching at 100 miles an hour, and they're going to crash into it face first, and you're going to be able to see their face. Looks like they hit a wall at 100 miles an hour. It's horrid what happens to a woman when she hits the wall. It's like, oh, I don't know, you saw her one day, beautiful. You see her 5 years later, it's like the Wicked Witch of the West. It's really shocking how quickly they go downhill, while we not only maintain our looks, but we get richer and richer and richer. So, guys, your wall exists at birth. Okay? You have nothing. So you are not all that attractive to women unless you're a really great-looking guy. And then your only value lies in your looks. And once you get older, women may, well, they're not going to be very attracted to you, of course, because that's not what they want. They want money. Money, money, money. So our wall is being a poor deadbeat. So if you're the guy working at the gas station, or in the Taco Bell, or the convenience store, you have hit the wall, baby. You've got very low to no sexual marketplace value. But if you're rich, you got the cream of the crop. You can have whatever you want. You don't want these old hoes who 100% of the time will hit the wall. Think about it, men. For us, the wall is a choice. Unless you're, of course, born retarded, then, of course, you have really no choice. But for the majority of us, it's a choice, of course. And you can choose to hit your own wall and stay at that wall right at birth, or you can choose to improve yourself, become better, better, ever better, and then, once you're older, at the point where she's hit her wall and has no value, you are a prime catch. So do not get married. Do not live with a woman. Do not be in a serious relationship with a woman. Keep yourself free until you're at least 35 and you have reached your life goal and you are making good money and you have accumulated assets. And then you start dating 18, 19, 20-year-olds, baby. Because you are what they want. Okay? They don't want 17, 18-year-old guys, 20-year-old guys their age. No. Because those guys have hit the wall. They've always been at the wall. A man's job is to escape the wall that he naturally starts at. A woman's fate is to hit the wall and no longer be desirable. And that's why they're so angry and want to be men. But they don't get it. They can't be men. They'll never be men. And once you've passed the third decade of life, you as the man can be all-powerful and rule your own life and destiny and have almost any woman you want if you're smart enough not to get married or live with a woman and to work hard and accumulate resources. And then you will have escaped the wall that the women have no choice but to hit. I am the MGTOW philosopher, and I wish you a good day. Take care.